Hello everyone, I'm coming on to do my question and answer session, and 12 people asked me questions. Quite sure why this isn't looking at me. Let's see, let's just stop. Hello everyone, coming back now to do my question and answer session, and 12 people have asked me questions. Some of you have asked multiple questions. And the first question, these are all in random order, is from Lorna Callahan, who says, do you prefer to buy from online crafting companies, or do you like craft shops better? What is your favourite craft shop? Well, I like both. I enjoy watching people's hauls to see what they get, to get ideas, because I don't find it very easy to get to the shops. Like many crafters, I have a disability, which means I don't have much energy, and yeah, I try to save my energy for what I need to do most. And so yeah, I watch hauls and then I think, oh yeah, I'd like that or whatever. So but I do most of my shopping online. From time to time I go for what I call retail therapy, where I go and have a look around the shops. But most of the time I do buy online. And what my favourite craft shop is very difficult to say, because I like bits and pieces from different shops. I like Every Craft's a Pound, Hobby Crafts, The Works, Home Bargains, and B&M and different places. I've just recently been to the Range for my first ever time, and yeah, so I'd say a variety of places, really, a variety. Then Julia Olivia Crafts and More asks, what got you into crafting and how long have you been crafting? Well, I've been crafting for as long as I can remember. My mother was always busy with sewing or knitting or embroidery or making things, and well, I just got the bug from her, really. And so I remember when I was about 5 or 6 learning to knit, and then I remember I had this lovely yellow wool, and there's some scraps that she had, I have to admit, and I said, I'm going to make myself a cardigan. And the typical thing, I'd knitted 3 rows, and I was measuring it, and I was stretching it like this to measure how much I had done, which of course is no good at all. So anyway, those are my first memories, and so I've been crafting, probably, to give my age away, about 60 years. But I suppose sort of serious crafting, I've just come back to it recently, after about a year ago, after a long break, when I was working and just didn't have time for it, really. And it says, do you have any craft projects you have seen and want to try? Well, I see lovely cards that other people make, and I thought, oh, I'd love to try that, I'd love to try that. Also, jewellery making is something that I would like to try. And well, I'd like to have a go at everything, really, just to have a go. Simply G Creations asks, what is your favourite colour? I don't really have a favourite colour. I just like colours that go together. I like matching colours, etc., etc. But I suppose mainly I craft in pastel colours. So probably pinks, pale greens, that sort of thing. And she said, if I could learn one new crafty thing, what would it be? Well, I think it would be jewellery making. I've seen people making jewellery on YouTube, and it looks so easy and so effective. What is your favourite thing to create? And well, I like making anything. But I suppose really my most favourite thing is to make cards for people that I know, and to make them in the design or with a theme that I know they're going to appreciate, and make them laugh, or it's obvious that I've thought of them, and that's what I like doing the most. And she also asks, is there anything you don't like to craft? Well, I haven't come across anything yet. The thing is, I'm not very artistic in the sense of painting and drawing and that sort of thing. So it's not my favourite, so I tend to sort of steer away from that. But it's not that I don't like it, it's just that I need to do more to get better at it. Then Chris Pathmino says, where do you usually craft? Well, I usually craft in this room actually, but on a very tiny desk. I might just lift the camera up and see if I can show you it. Oops, I don't know whether that's going to show it or not, but that is my craft space. And as you can see, it's not very big, and I think I'm going to have to move this because the light is coming in, and let's see whether that's any better. Let's move this over here. Yeah, so that's my craft space, and it's yeah, I waste more time getting everything out and putting everything away, really. I don't have a dedicated craft space. And then she asks, what other hobbies do you like and enjoy doing? Well, I like, apart from paper, I like all sorts of crafts, really. It's not that I'm doing them at the moment, but I like embroidery, I like knitting and crocheting, I like flower arranging, I like doing table decorations, napkin folding, that sort of thing. And also I like gardening, which I don't do very much of, but here we are. I like doing it when I can get out in the garden. Alice Walker asks, what is your favourite thing to make? So I think I've already answered that by saying it's cards for particular people that I know. Lynn Yvonne's 2 asks, do you live in England and where? Well, yes, I do live in England. I was born in Somerset and I lived there for most of my life until I went to university. And at the moment, I'm living in Manchester. And if any of you lovely ladies out there are in Manchester and are watching this and would like to get in touch to do some craft together, I would just so love that, because you know when I look on YouTube and I see a little group of you in Scotland, or a group in Wales, or a group around Birmingham, and I think, oh, I'm so lucky. I have yet to find anybody who lives near enough to me to be able to make it possible for me to go and craft with them. I'm not very mobile. I don't have much energy because I have ME, but it is good to get out of the house, and it is good to do things with people that you like, like you like doing. So there's a challenge for you if there's anybody out there. Then Pipfield says, what is your favourite paper / card company? And then she says, is it Hunky Dory? Well, I do like Hunky Dory paper, and I like their card, and I like their little books with the pictures. But I can't say that I'm terribly keen on their packs of, with toppers and nice cards and things, because I find it hard to adapt those things to make nice cards. Or I find, I've got bits left over which I don't really know what to do with. So, so my favourite paper or card company, I can't really say, really. I get supplies from Hobbycraft. I get supplies from Every Craft's a Pound. I get the Works, the Range. So, yeah, different places, really. Woolly Steph asks, what is your proudest crafting achievement? And what have you made that you are most pleased with? And I had to really think about this, and I really cannot think of what my proudest crafting achievement is. I don't know if you believe that, but the only thing that comes to mind is a tablecloth that I embroidered for my parents for their 25th wedding anniversary, just as I was leaving university. And I was proud of that, yeah, because it was pretty and I think I did a good job of it. So yeah, and I get a lot of pleasure out of the cards that I make, and so long as the pleasure that I get is seeing the things come together and having random bits and putting them in such a way, that they are they look nice, and you think, wow, where did that come from? Denise Wainwright asks if I have any hobbies other than paper crafting. Well, I think I've already answered that as well. I don't really have any hobbies other than this at the moment because I don't have time or energy for doing other things apart from the odd bit of gardening, mainly weeding, I have to say. So everything else sort of goes on the back burner, really. And Michelle Dobby asks, what is your favourite craft material to use? Well, I have to say it's paper. Yeah, paper of any sort, paper and card. Whether it's decorated or not, that is my favourite medium. And then Catch Crafts asks, how long have you been crafting? So, well, as I said, I have been crafting all my life, one way or another. Especially during my teenage years, and while I spent a lot of time making things and helping my mum and things like that. And then I went to university and then started my job, and I was too busy really to do any crafting. And then when I was about 40, I suppose, I've had ME 3 times, and so when it hit the last time and it was really bad, I went to a support group, and there they suggested taking up a hobby, and different people did different things. Somebody took up drumming and different things. Anyway, I decided, well, I would go back to doing crafting, and so at that time I did a lot of crafting, a lot of making cards. I had somebody who gave me regular orders because she had such a big family, and she said, I want a card like this and a card like that, and so I did that for about 4 years and really enjoyed it and got a lot out of it. And then I moved to Manchester about 8 years ago, and again I was better, and I got sort of involved in other things. I did a bit of crafting, but not very much. And then October last year, the ME started getting bad again, and I thought I have to find a way to to chill out, to get into something that is going to occupy my mind, help me to relax, help me to enjoy myself, because these are all elements which are very important for somebody who's not well, when you can't do other things. And then that's when I started watching YouTube and getting hooked on the YouTube crafters and learning a lot. I've learned so much over the last few months about different techniques and things, and I think my card making has improved tremendously. And so that's how long I've been crafting and a little about myself. And then Alison Cousins asks, you make so many cards, do you sell them, or are they only for your own use? Well, I do sell them. I live in a house which is a cultural centre, and we have quite a lot of people coming around, and so I put them out, and if they want to buy them, they buy them. But I also have people asking me to make cards for a specific thing, like a 5-year-old's birthday, or a wedding card, or recently somebody asked me to make her a card for somebody who's leaving work, which was a bit of a challenge. Different things like that. So yes, I make a lot, but really I have very few in my stash because they all go. And also I use some of them to, when I'm sending happy mail or doing a swap or taking part in a challenge, I'll send a card and things like that. So yeah, so I'd like to sell more, I'd like to do more, but there we are. So I do what I can. And the little bit of money I get from them obviously helps me to buy more materials, to make more. So because as we all know, crafting is not a cheap business. Well, that's all the questions. Thank you all so much for asking about me. I hope I've answered them to your satisfaction. And I'll be back very soon with my announcement for my giveaway. As some of you already know, and I've reached 200 subscribers, which was my aim in when I did my road to 200 subscribers back in May and June and July, and from my brother's birthday card challenge, and after that the numbers have been gradually creeping up. So to my surprise, I reached 200 yesterday, so I'm very happy, and I will be doing a giveaway, so watch this space. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all to my new subscribers and my old subscribers. I mean, I have only been on YouTube really doing videos since February, I think, so not long, and I really appreciate all of you and all the comments and support that you give, and I look forward to having a very happy journey with all of you. And doing the swaps and the challenges really helps because it stretches your mind a bit, and it helps you to be more creative, helps you to interact, and stops you being lazy, really, in the sense of because you've got a challenge to enter, it gives you more impetus to get on and craft, and which is actually very important for me. So thanks for watching, everyone, and see you soon. Bye bye.